So, when you hear the words industrial revolution, what do you picture? Steam engines? Assembly lines? Well, get ready for something totally different. We're talking about a brand new concept called the AI Factory. And today, we're going to break down how a massive partnership between the industrial giant Hitachi and the tech powerhouse NVIDIA is basically building the engine for this whole new era.
And look, this isn't just some small upgrade. We are talking about a fundamental, ground-up shift. NVIDIA's own CEO, Jensen Huang, sees these AI factories as the thing that kicks off a brand new industrial revolution, one that's driven by generative AI. Think about that. Intelligence itself becomes the product coming off the assembly line. It's a huge claim, right? So let's actually dig into what that means.
All right, so let's start with the big one. What in the world is an AI factory? Because when you hear that name, you're probably picturing a huge physical building, maybe with smokestacks, but that's not really it at all.
Okay, so at its heart, an AI factory is this super specialized digital setup. Its one and only job? To hoover up massive, and I mean massive amounts of raw data. And then, through that whole AI lifecycle, the training, the fine-tuning, all that stuff, it spits out real, valuable insights. It's a data-to-intelligence machine.
And this comparison here, this really nails the difference. Think of a regular data center as like a general-purpose workshop. It can do a lot of different things, store stuff, run apps. But an AI factory? That's a high-tech, single-purpose assembly line. And get this, its success isn't just about is it on or off. No, it's measured by how much intelligence it's cranking out. They're even starting to call the units AI tokens. It's a totally new way of thinking about productivity.
And this right here is probably the best way to think about it. It's like a new utility. I mean, you and I don't build our own power plants at home, right? We just plug into the grid. The vision here is that one day, companies will just plug into an AI factory to get the intelligence they need just as easy as flipping on a light switch. That's a game changer. So, if this is the future, who's building it? Well, this isn't something one company can do alone. It takes a really specific mix of skills, which brings us right to this power partnership between Hitachi and NVIDIA. This is just a perfect example of two different worlds coming together. On one side, you've got Hitachi. They bring over 100 years of real-world, hands-on knowledge, what the industry calls OT, or operational technology. So that's the actual stuff, the trains, the turbines, the factory machines. Then you've got NVIDIA, bringing the IT, the information technology. That's the digital brains, the GPUs, the pure computational horsepower. The whole goal is to smash these two worlds together to solve real, physical problems out there in the world. And here's a look at how that actually works. First, the factory just sucks in all kinds of data. We're talking sensor readings, video feeds, you name it. Then it gets to work processing all that info to train and sharpen its AI models. And finally, it generates the good stuff, actionable insights. This could be an alert that a machine is about to break, a safety warning, or a perfectly optimized production schedule. It's this constant cycle. Data goes in, intelligence comes out. Okay, this all sounds super high-tech and cool, but what's the so what? Why should anyone really care? What does it mean for businesses, for the economy, for us? The numbers, they really start to tell the story. Okay, check this out. A projected 38% average increase in profit margins. I mean, wow, that is a massive number. It shows you that this isn't just about making things a little bit more efficient. We're talking about completely rewriting the rulebook for how industries make money.
And here's a super specific and super important example. You know how slow it can be to get new energy sources, like a new solar farm, connected to the power grid? It's a huge bottleneck. Well, AI factories are expected to slash the time it takes to do that analysis by 80%. 80! That could be a huge boost for speeding up our switch to cleaner energy.
All right, to make this less abstract and more real, let's take a little trip to a place where this stuff is already happening. Hitachi's brand new railcar factory out in Hagerstown, Maryland.
Yeah, this is definitely not your grandfather's factory. They've poured over $30 million into digital upgrades. It's decked out with AI-powered cameras that watch for safety issues and check for quality. And the whole show is run by Hitachi's smart manufacturing platform, Lumada. It's a real-life sneak peek of what the factory of the future looks like right now. Okay, so as amazing as all this sounds, let's pump the brakes for a second. The road to this AI-powered future is definitely not a straight line. It's one thing to have a showcase factory like the one in Hagerstown, but scaling that up across an entire industry, that is a whole different ballgame.
So is this transition going to be seamless and easy? The short answer, absolutely not. Trying to kickstart a new industrial revolution is messy, it's complicated, and companies are hitting some pretty major roadblocks.
And these hurdles are no joke. For one, it's really hard to prove the financial return on these massive AI investments. The tech is all over the place, with no one company offering the whole package. And that last stat, that one is a serious reality check. Historically, only about 8%, just 8, of these huge digital transformation projects have actually succeeded. So the pressure's on to get this right.
But the visionaries behind this aren't stopping there. The next big frontier, the ultimate goal, is something called physical AI. This is where AI stops just thinking and starts doing, acting in the real physical world. We're talking about super advanced robots that can learn on the fly, adapt to new situations, and work right alongside people on the factory floor. That's the end game.
And even with all those challenges, the momentum here is just undeniable. Just look at this chart. The market for AI manufacturing is projected to grow from about $2 billion to almost $21 billion in just 5 years. That's nearly a 10-fold jump. The money, the belief, the investment, it's all pouring in. The race is definitely on.
So, after all that, what's the big takeaway here? What should you remember? We're watching a really fundamental shift happen in real time. For years, digital tech was just a tool to make industry a little bit better, a little more efficient. Now, AI is becoming the main event, the core engine of industry itself. It's going from being a nice-to-have add-on to an absolute necessity. The question isn't if this will transform everything, it's who's going to figure it out first.